Hey everyone, my name is Melissa Smith, Ambassador Diamond, and I want to talk to you guys about freaking out over volume, slow season, the election, everything, people leaving the company, all the negativity that's going on right now. So, there are so many cycles in business, and what we're going through is exactly what a business is because we're in business, right? So, think of, with volume, rising so fast and also dropping, that means you have a large organization. So congrats, first of all. But do you realize as a business, this is just part of it? It is. I remember working when I was a baby. I worked at Hollister, and employees would come and go. Seriously, come and go, come and go. They had such a turnover rate. It was insane. I can't believe how many employees they would come through. And also, owning my boutique, Christmas time was booming. That was when we made so much, or like all our money for the year. And then come January, I couldn't get anyone to walk into my store to save my life. It's just part of it. And thinking of things annually versus monthly is so important. But I see so many people spending so much energy on worrying and freaking out and just making themselves, so worked up. And, you're going to have a season where you go through that and you're going to come out learning so much from it. But just know that's so much more energy that you could be using on having an online party, scheduling a party, helping newbies. That energy that you're spending being upset could be used in a good way. So I have talks with, I have certain people on my team that it's so hard for them to see the good in things, and it's all perspective. And so whatever they send to me, I spit back at them a positive aspect. So it's all about perspective. And yeah, it stinks. I wish that we lived in a perfect world, but we don't. That's life. So in order to get through, you just have to keep doing what we're supposed to do, those steps to success. Create, get new blood. I've had leaders leave that I thought were lifers, and I was shocked to hear when they would tell me they were leaving. I've been through it all. I've been in this for 5 years. But when you're going out and you are getting that new signings into your organization, that's what's exciting. That's what makes you, getting that loyal. Oh my gosh, so excited, I got a loyal. It's awesome. And that's what, to get to that excitement is action. So, my dogs are going crazy over there. Where was I at? That excitement. So hosting parties, enrolling, the new DT or LC, working with new blood. Our business is all about helping others, is it not? So do for others. Whenever my first year of marriage, me and my husband would fight all the time, and I'd be so upset. I couldn't go on with my day, I decided I would go out and do something nice for someone. And it really it filled my cup back up, and it made me feel so good to just randomly do something nice for someone else. And, that's how our business is. When we pour into our teams, it comes back to us. So you can go and create new momentum that way because excitement is contagious. And a lot of times I see people who bust their butt to promote, and they got tired and they stopped working. Their checks dropped and they freaked out. I've seen this cycle happen to so many leaders, and it hurts me to see, but they have to just learn on their own. They have to realize that you have to keep going and doing those steps to success each month. So something you really want to ask yourself is, am I working like I did at the beginning of the year after conference when I was, going for a promotion? Most likely not. I mean, let's just get real. When you're going for a promotion, you're on like crazy mode. Working all the time. And that's impossible to work like that all of the time. But when you're consistent, and we talk about consistency a lot, I believe consistency is what discipline is. When you are creating those habits, posting daily, reaching out to 5 new people a day, those things for your business, that discipline, that consistency, those habits carry you through until we get to the next momentum. Our business is like a roller coaster. We have highs and lows, and that's what makes it so exciting. I mean, come on. After conference, that's the most exciting time each year, every time. So if you just think about it in that way, it'll just help you not freak out so much and for too long. You just have to keep going. So I hope that kind of makes sense. Even when I don't feel like hosting a party or, FaceTiming a few of my team, reaching out to new people, I just do it. So another big thing that is really good to do, and I'm way better about it the second half of the year, is self-development. We already know the company wants us to spend a third of our time on this, which you have to do if you're going to grow as a leader and keep going up. I 100% believe that, because when I got to Triple Diamond, I was not a leader at all. I mean, you can ask anyone else that's been in for 5 years. Actually, don't ask. I was not a leader. So pouring into yourself is just, it's got to be a priority. You cannot fill others up if you're not filling yourself up first. Because when you're a leader, you are pouring out to people, and it's tiring, and it can drain you too. So that's why you have to be filling up your cup in the meantime. I have people asking me all the time, how are you so calm right now? How is everything okay? Well, I'm a dinosaur in the business. I've been here over 5 years now, and I know this period of volume dropping, people losing ranks is just going to pass, and we're going to be even stronger and bigger and better through the next momentum. So I'm very excited for conference, and I am so looking forward to it. I have a huge feeling about next year. After all the junk that the company has been through this year with, John Eric, people leaving, and those people cross-recruiting. I mean, our newbies don't even know about that stuff. So next year is just going to be so fresh and like a new slate, and it's just going to be huge. So, you already know you're passionate. You're passionate about products. You're passionate about your paycheck if you're a red. So just make sure you're pushing through and you're going through this season. I don't know if you remember about, 4 years ago, we had a big wrap shortage. And then all of a sudden, that's where facial parties came out. I mean, we got through it, and that's what helped us from feeling defeated and stopping altogether. So we really have no limit with this. The only thing that's limiting you is yourself, most likely. So you really need to just recognize your thoughts and ask yourself. I mean, I've asked myself, and I know in the 5 years I've been in this, with things going up and down, are you a lifer? Ask yourself that. It's just like a marriage. You're going to fight. You're going to want to punch him in the face. You're going to want to pull out your hair. But are you going to get a divorce? No. So don't get caught up in the feelings for too long, because one negative thought or thing can go into the next and the next and the next, kind of like a snowball effect. So when I used to think my business is falling apart, hardly anyone is working, will I ever get back up? Will I ever promote again? That's when I was not thinking, and my perspective perspective was off. So now I think, oh my gosh, I'm a lifer. I'm so excited for next year. Conference is around the corner. Momentum is coming soon. So you just have to start changing your thoughts because they can really eat you up and destroy you. I think I need a little breath. Another thing that I suggest is, who do you listen to? Who do you surround yourself with? Because those friendships are what keeps us going. We should be praising each other, and we should be growing together, and we should be, creating or strengthening those relationships. Does that make sense? I mean, I have a chat with about 4 of my leaders, and we talk throughout the day, all day, every single day. And you know what? None of us ever disappear for a week, 2 weeks, a month. We keep each other going. We talk about business, but we talk about life too. And, go away. You made me lose my train of thought. Okay, so my group of girlfriends that we're all in the business together, we know so much about each other, and we have fun, and we keep each other going. We need each other. It's so, that unity, it feels so good. No matter, when you promote and you have those relationships and those people cheering you on, and they promote and you are cheering them on, it's just such a beautiful thing. So I suggest you getting with, I don't care if they're sidelines. Originally, I had a group of sideline girlfriends that kept me going, and we formed a group on Facebook, not a chat. It was before anybody really did chats. So find those few girls that you really click with, and y'all just form a chat. Put a cute name as the title, and y'all talk every day. Share ideas. I promise, those girls keep me going because, I could easily say, I'm not going to work this week, So we really hold each other accountable with just having that friendship. Another thing I want to tell you is successful people don't do everything right. I mean, there's things you try that work and things that don't work, So 5 years ago, I was in a bad place. I was a little bit depressed. I had no money. I worked all the time. And I know that's somewhere that I don't want to go back. And one question I ask myself a lot, and I ask other people, is how many hours are you really working? I mean, think about it. How many hours are you working this business versus like having a full-time job or something? We as leaders really need to recognize that, because when I get a lot of complaining or people coming to me about this or that, it's just something that I've recognized before. I'm like, okay, how are you complaining to me right now? I haven't seen you do anything in a long time, So when you compare how many hours you're working versus your old life, like me, I was working 10, 12-hour days, 6, 7 days a week, and I was broke. You just really got to put that in perspective for yourself. And we're at the right place, you guys. Our CEO and his wife, they love us. They pray for us. How lucky are we? I remember 5 years ago when I went triple diamond, and there was still triple diamonds on the Show Me the Money call. They asked me to be on the call, which I skipped out on because I wasn't a leader then. But just, even from last year to this year, it's just crazy how much we've grown, how much people still haven't heard of us. They haven't tried anything. So just stay consistent. Try to not freak out. Hope you got some good notes from this, from my 5 years experience. Love you guys. Talk to you later.